Hi everyone, I am Ketra. We're going to go ahead and do an oracle reading and probably some tarot. I know me. So this is going to be a collective reading. Some of these messages may resonate with you. If they don't, that's okay. Just leave the messages where you found them. If you would like a one-on-one reading with me, feel free to go to my website. It is tarotandsoundhealing.com. But let's go ahead and use, this is basically a tarot deck with little messages. Let's see the message that is meant to be heard today. All right, Spirit, what message needs to be heard today? Okay. Wow. Taking the next steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, continue to move forward. Wow. So this is basically like the Two of Wands. So where is it right now that you could see yourself really starting to plan things for your future? So I'm going to ask Spirit right now to give us guidance as you're planning your next steps in your future, which is so fantastic. I love that for you. Okay. So next, I think we're going to go ahead and let's do soul contract. Soul contract oracle. Let's get a message. If they're taking the next steps and they're planning things for their future, what should they know? What could we share with them? Deep healing. All right, so you have deep healing. Allow yourself to heal. It's essential for your soul's growth and renewal. Soul healing, emotional release, inner restoration. I think right now that part of that planning is focusing on healing. And I just kind of feel like healing the fear. So as you're planning things, it feels like there's so many things that are unknown and that you're trying to kind of like navigate on how to get to each of the places. But Spirit is just asking you to just think about what it is that you want to do and just wait, just pause, do some deep healing and let the universe guide you on to your next steps. I think that would be very mindful and soulful is what I heard for your soul. Let yourself be guided. So how do we do that? So we're going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle for messages on just some direction on if you're doing some deep healing and you're taking the next steps. And it could also be, you know what I just felt is taking the next steps towards healing. So maybe it's not like a new life goal of a career move or things like that. Maybe it's taking the next steps that you need to take towards healing. So I think this message, you have purity. Oh, so what I was going to say is I think this message might be for those sober souls out there, those on the path to spiritual recovery, because that's just what I felt. So leaning into that direction. If you are on the spiritual path to recovery, and if you ever need a little bit of help, just feel free to reach out to me. I'm also on the spiritual path to recovery, so I could definitely help you in any way that I can. So just leave me a message on how I can get to you. So that was just a little something I wanted to share with you guys. But purity. So purity is part of healing, right? When you're able to purify your mind and purify your heart is what I feel, then that is also taking the steps towards your future goals. We're going to go ahead and get another card too. You got beginnings. I love that. I absolutely love that. You know what sticks out to me in this card is the full moon. We're having a full moon in a few days. And it says new moon, but that's not what I felt. I felt full moon. Wow. And I just feel like you're being asked to take that next step. I know that it's on that card there. But there's like winter in this card, right? And it just feels wow, because we're literally going from winter to spring. And so I think there's definitely new beginnings coming for you. New beginnings coming from that purity, that calming of the mind. And there's a big giant moon in this one too. I kind of love that. So I don't know if you're into full moon rituals or anything like that, like I am. But maybe take the time and take the advantage of the full moon that's coming up and really work on some deep healing and then allow yourself that new beginning. And I just feel like you're going through like a portal. You're going through like, wow, this is interesting. Like you're going through a transformation or a change. So yeah, we're probably definitely going to use some tarot cards. I also want to get a message from your inner child, just considering the feelings that are coming up for the reading. So I always say, and so many others, that when we really pay attention to like our intuition, I feel like our higher self is our inner child that's trying to guide you right now on your spirit's path. And sometimes we forget to pay attention to our inner child. So I feel like mentioning that. And I also feel like it is this card. Oh, okay. Absolutely. There is hope ahead. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. So if this message is for my sober souls out there, and that's sobriety from so many things. It could be behaviors that no longer serve you. It could be addictions. It could be so many things. But you're being asked right now to understand that there is hope. There is hope in that deep healing. So wow, that's sorry. You'll find the hope in the healing is just what I heard. Flow with rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. So once you're able to kind of like tap into your higher self, where do you feel that flow going towards? And I feel like once you're able to do that, you're able to kind of get lost in the rhythm of a new way of being, is just what I heard. So let's go ahead and let's just ask Tarot to show me where you're at a little bit, which it's not usually how I do these messages. But again, I do believe this message is for those sober souls. So where are they at right now? Just show me 3 cards of where they at and messages that I could share with them. Okay. Valid, 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 valid. Okay, so this is exactly what I was feeling. So with that deep healing and taking the next steps, so whatever those next steps are that are right for you, that will give you clarity. So you have the Ace of Swords right here. So the truth is you're seeking clarity. The truth is you're seeking healing, especially if you found one of my videos. And Spirit is asking you to take the steps to clarity. And then Spirit's asking you to put the work in. So it's the 8 of Pentacles. And that's diligent work every day, just the one day. So just today, or whenever you're seeing this video, one day at a time. Because if you're able to do that, like you guys, you got the 3 of Swords. And that's healing your heart. That's slowly being able to do some shadow work on yourself to be able to take those swords out. The next card after the 3 of Swords is the 4 of Swords, and that's a card of rest and asking for the blessings and just waiting and receiving them once you've been doing the work to heal your heart, to heal your mind, and to heal your soul, is what I hear. So if this is you and you are seeking clarity, it feels like it's just time. It's time to, I hear it's time to get help from others. So if this is them right now, what is your next set of advice for them? Oh, you have the Fool card and you have the Justice card and you have the King of Wands. So absolutely. I mean, if you take the next steps, that's the beginning of the new journey for you. And I know that's the sun in this card, but I just swear it feels like the moon again. But if you're on this journey, it's time to start the journey. It's going to create that balance for you. It's going to bring justice to your life. It doesn't usually mean that, but I feel like if you're able to take the steps that you need to heal your heart, your mind, and your soul and your body, that's going to give you that balance you need. That's going to give the answer to the clarity that you're seeking. And then you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is sure of what he wants. So maybe quietly you have that fire and that drive, like you quietly want to change, but you're afraid to ask for help, or you're not sure how to take that new beginning, but you're right there. You're like at that moment, or either you're further along in the process. But I feel like for some of you, you may be at that moment of, attempting to get the clarity or attempting to go with the flow. And your angels and your guides are wanting you to know that there is hope ahead. So let's give them 3 cards of advice before we let them go. What 3 cards of advice can we give them if this message is for those on the sober path? 9 of Cups. Oh, Ace of Cups. 7 of Cups. Okay. So 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So right now your guides are just asking you to connect with the divine, connect to a power greater than yourself, to realize that you're connected to a power greater than yourself, and ask for what it is that you need. Not like an empty promise, kind of like, if I get this, I won't do X, Y, and Z. Not that. Ask for your soul to give you some guidance on what it is that you truly want, and have it be something that's going to make your heart just overflow, because you have the Ace of Cups. So you also have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, I feel like if you can just focus on what it is that would bring you peace and serenity and all the things divinely gifted to us, that's going to help you move forward on your path. So I hope this message made sense. If you do need any help or any questions that I could answer for you, please feel free to just leave me a message and let me know how I can reach you. But until the next video, you guys take care and enjoy the journey.